Now, to discuss what might unfold with the price of coal or gas on Wednesday and some other key political issues from today, I'm joined now by Shadow Minister Dan Tehan. Dan, thank you very much for your time. Meddling with price caps is not the answer. We need to move quickly to increase supply, don't we?
Well, Chris, wonderful to be with you this evening, and very topical discussion, because at the moment I've got Ted O'Brien, our Energy and Climate Shadow Minister, here in the wonderful electorate of Wannon with me, and we've just done an energy forum where we wanted to open up to those with an interest in what our energy mix should look like going forward, and to have a very open, frank discussion. And there was a couple of key takeouts from that. One is that people are terribly worried about the price of electricity and the price of gas. They're worried about the bills they're seeing in their households and also in their businesses. And they're beginning to have grave concerns that Labor is getting the transition of our economy wrong. And what we're going to see is blackouts, brownouts next winter as a result of them getting this transition wrong. And also, sadly, we're going to start seeing businesses go overseas because they can't compete due to the high electricity and high gas prices here. And as you know, in regional and rural Australia, we rely on our processing, agricultural processing heavily, whether it be our abattoirs, whether it be our dairy processors. In my electorate, I've also got Portland Aluminium. And if we don't get this energy mix right, and if we rush too headlong into a path which we can't come back from, where we don't have the baseload power that we need, then the economy is going to suffer and people are going to suffer.
Yeah, I want to talk again about this price capping idea that may come up on Wednesday, may be signed off on Wednesday. What are the adverse impacts of starting to meddle so minutely with price on coal and or gas?
Well, if you put a price cap on, it's going to deter investment. And at a time, in particular, when we need to see more gas on the market, and all businesses are arguing that that is what we need to see, then what you'll get is the opposite of that occurring. And so you'll see less investment, less supply, and you're going to make what is a precarious situation a lot worse. So the very thing they're trying to fix, they're going to make worse. And not only that, the reason they're trying to do this is because on 90 occasions or more, they said that they were going to reduce the price of electricity. So they went to the election saying they were going to reduce the price of electricity, and now they've realised that their policies are actually driving the cost of electricity and gas up. And if they put this cap on, it's going to make it even worse. It will mean that we don't get the investment that we need. So you might get a short-term sugar hit, but in the longer term, they're actually going to make it worse, drive supply out of the market. That will drive prices up. So you'll have a higher cost for gas and for electricity going forward, which is bad for the Australian economy, bad for Australian businesses, bad for Australian employment, and bad for households who'll see their electricity and gas bills go up.
And there's one outcome, Dan, that I think will also occur, and I haven't heard too many people mention it, but when you're giving the wrong signals to producers who therefore won't invest, I would have thought we're going to see some of these coal-fired power stations close even earlier than what they've announced.
That's a strong possibility. And as you know, what we need is an orderly transition. And coal needs to be part of that orderly transition, because if you remove coal-fired power generators too quickly and you haven't got the gas there to substitute, then what we're going to see is blackouts and brownouts. So this is why such a interference in the market is the wrong thing to do, because what you're going to do is actually jeopardise the transition rather than strengthen it. And everything that Labor does, and this has been their track record, sadly, for decades upon decades, everything they do when they interfere with the economy, with the market, always ends badly. And there's no doubt that we're going to see the same happen here.